Good afternoon, Jay here. Welcome to another video. So today I want to talk about a topic that I think a lot of people, men in particular, will resonate with. I think for a lot of us, and you've heard me talk about this before, we all want more. If we're really honest with ourselves, we all want to become more. But the truth is, as human beings, we are actually very flawed. We're flawed because we're not perfect, except that everybody is striving for perfection. And when we strive for perfection, we never end up doing the things that we want to do. Our ego takes over and we never end up taking the action we need to actually do the things that light us up and become the person that we want to become more of in our life. Now for me, I've been doing mentorship, coaching, marketing, sales for the last 5.5 years, and it's only in the last past 18 months I've really been stepping into this opportunity to help people transform their lives and become more. And it's only within the last couple of months I've really been stepping into working with men. And I want to really be honest here. And I think this is really important, because when we can be honest with ourselves, and I'm going to reveal to you how you can take back control in your own life in just a second. When we can be honest with ourselves, that is the first step. So for me, I always believed I was going to be a front man. I always believed and wanted to be the guy that was powering through in life, that was leading from the front. But my fear and my insecurities stopped me from becoming that. And stepping into this space of working with men, I was really scared. Can I break through to men? Do men want to be helped? Have I got the skill set to help men go there in the way that they need to go there to live the best possible life? And for me, it was really scary, because I'm like, holy shit, can I do this? And I think for a lot of guys, we do doubt ourselves. We are wondering, hey Gavin, good to see you. We are wondering, can I do this? And the truth is, it's hard. It's fucking hard, because transformation is tough and life is a challenge. Life is not tough, life is a challenge. Part of living is that we have ups and downs all of the time, but a lot of people prefer to stay on the ups, which for a lot of them is their comfort zone, rather than face the downs in order to have the ups. And for me, I'm willing to go there. I'm willing to have the courage to step into that, because there's so much more on the other side of that fear. And I've been stepping into this a lot over the last 5 years, and I want to share with you how you can truly take back control of your life. Growing up, I was always really skinny as a boy, and like most kids, I got picked on. I got bullied at school. I've got smaller than normal nipples, right? I've got these tiny nipples, and for a long time I was really insecure about them. I also had goofy teeth. I had ears that were bigger than my head. I weren't in proportion. I had a funny hairline. I always believed I had shit hair. Had massive insecurities growing up when I was in school, and I remember people used to pin me down and pull my ears and give me a dig when I was walking through the corridor and have me in a headlock. And All kinds of things happened to me. And I struggled for a long time with confidence, and you never believed that, right? That I wasn't a confident person. And it wasn't until I really started to, what I like to call, own it, and own who I was, that I was able to move past that. Now, people used to say to me, I've got what's called a pigeon chest, right? So the centre of my chest sticks out more than normal. Especially as a skinny boy, my chest sticks out. And one of the things I used to say to people was, I think I must have Googled it, the reason I've got a sticky out chest is because my abdominal muscles grew so fast that they pushed my chest up and out. And that's the reason why I have a pigeon chest. I was just born with it, really. On my nipples, I used to say to people, you know what, I'm just more of a man than you. And you know what it's like growing up, boys will be boys, and we all pick each other, trying to establish ourselves in the social hierarchy, find our place in life. And I used to say, well, the reason my nipples are smaller than yours is because I'm more of a man. Men aren't meant to have nipples because I don't want babies suckling on my nipples. And I used to find this way of being that would involve me taking back the power. And the way I did that was to own my shit. So the best way to take control of your life is to own it. To really own it. I was terrified of taking this step. I hated being bullied at school. But the only way to take back control of your life is to accept it and to own it. Accept that you have this fear. By owning it and acknowledging it to other people, nobody can come back at you and say things to you, because you take away all of their power. And guess what? When you own shit, you take it back yourself. Cheers, Kev. So if you're kind of sat on the fence and you're like, you know what, the relationship I'm in, the career I'm in, the business I'm in, I'm just not happy in life. The first step is to be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself in what you want in life. Second thing is to own the fact that you're not where you want to be. And that is okay, because as human beings, we're flawed. We don't get everything perfect first time. And it's the joy of this process of taking ownership of our shit. And when we can do this, when we can own it, like in every part of our being, then we feel power. You can probably see it in the way I compose myself. When I own my shit, it's not all in my head, and I push it outwards, push the energy outwards, it makes me feel powerful. And it makes me feel like I'm in control of my life and that I can do anything. Because every opportunity when I'm struggling with personal doubt, when I don't think I'm good enough, because that still pops up for me, even though it was a belief that I had for many years of my life. Sometimes it pops up and it bites me in the arse and I don't think I'm good enough. But the difference is between then and now is I have the tools. And this is what I think a lot of people don't have. A lot of people want more. Men in particular. Women want it too, but men are the guys that I work with. We want more. We want to become more. We're not put on this planet to just go through life, living a mediocre life, having mediocre relationships, living a boring, mundane career, and then we die. That is not what we are. So for me, it's about owning your shit and stepping forward and giving you the tools to be able to deal with your shit. Shit's gonna come up for you. Life is like this. But the difference between maybe you and me, and the reason why you are settling for the life you are, is that I have the tools to be able to handle life. And handle it with power. And own my shit. So I can do the things that I want to do in life. So I can win at life and become the best version of myself. So I want to ask you, in what area of your life are you not owning it? Men in particular struggle. We wear the mask. We struggle because we don't want to be perceived as weak. We know when we're honest with ourselves that deep down that we're not the person that we're pushing out to the world. Maybe on social media, maybe with our friends, maybe with our family. I was speaking to someone the other day and have a conversation with them about men and networking, and you go up to people in these networking events and you meet guys and you say, oh, so how's business going? I have never, ever heard a guy go, let me be honest with you, mate, business is shit right now. Struggling to pay the bills, my life, my missus is giving me a hard time. She's telling me that I should just get a job and not continue running a business. No man has ever said that, because we walk in with our mask. But what if you show up in a way that is honest and true to who you are? That is powerful. And guess what? When you show up in that way, people are like, fair play. And they're inspired by your courage to show up in that way. And to me, that is such a more powerful way of living and being than putting this mask on and this, what's the word? This front for other people, when deep down inside, when you're truly honest with yourself, you know. But it's down to you to be able to make a powerful choice. You can be and live a mediocre life. Or you can own that shit, you can step into it and become more of who you want to be in every single area of your life. I want to deliver this message today to show that it's okay to be afraid. It's okay as a man to have feelings of fear, anxiety, self-doubt. And the more you step into that, the more you're going to see your life change. I want to create new men. I want to change the culture around how men are showing up in their lives. I want to create a group of men who have the courage to say, everything's not okay. But that's not wrong. That's just how I'm feeling in this moment. I am prepared to be vulnerable so that I can move forward. And I think there's a massive shortage of this. Yes, there's a lot more awareness around men's health and men talking about it. And that's great. But maybe they just send you to a doctor and you get some prescription pills and they label you, say you've got depression, I'm sorry. How many people are helping men to actually power through it and claim back who they are as men, claim back their power? Not many. And I want to start a movement to help create this new version of a man that can have it all, that can have intimate conversations and vulnerable conversations with their partner without fear that they're going to be perceived as weak, that they have groups of men and friend circles where they can have that level of conversation, and that's okay. It becomes normal. And together, we can create men who win at life in every single area of their life. That's me, stepping into my fear. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments box if any of this resonates with you at all, or maybe you're even going something in your own life as a guy and you're not sure of why the things are showing up in the way they are. Reach out to me. I know for a lot of guys, showing it up in the comments, that's not what they do. And I know for a lot of people that watch these videos and they might not comment, they might not like, but you're feeling it. And if you want to get the support you need, reach out to me and let's have a chat. Good to see you, Kev. Good to see you, Bev and Ed, Gavin. You guys rock, and I'll speak to you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.